There we go. Okay. I've not been recording any of this, which... Let's see how this goes. Let me know if I start dropping frames. I think I'll be okay. Okay. Before I go back to this, guys, I have this thing. I'm really curious if other people have this experience where I feel like I do a lot of mental processing on sensory input. And I don't know that this is true for everybody. I feel like a lot of people just like hear things, like hear somebody talking and know what they're saying, or like look at a thing and know what it is, and in a way that is somehow different from me, where I look at a thing and I see a shape, and then my brain has to like really think about it for a second and then like say, oh, that's this thing. And I experience this all the fucking time with people talking. Like where people will say a thing and I have literally no idea what they just said. And I have to like just wait a few seconds and let my brain process it. And then after a few second delay, my brain will say, oh, these sounds that they said, they were probably these words. And that means this. And then I'll be able to respond. But I'm noticing it because I'm a little bit drunk right now. And I just poured myself another drink, but I also poured myself another bottle of water, so that's good. And I also put my alcohol away because this is probably good for me. But I notice it because I am nearsighted. I'm fine reading things that are close up. I'm fine reading books. I'm fine looking at computer screens, at my phone, all of that shit. I don't need glasses most of the time, except for driving and when I'm in an audience. When I'm at a movie or in a classroom, like then I really need glasses to like, you know, see the board and read things and that kind of thing. So I'm a little bit drunk, and I just like walked down the hallway to refill my water and noticed that seeing things close up was fine, but there was a noticeable delay for me in between seeing and recognizing shapes and objects that were further away, which like makes sense to me. My reflexes are slowed down, and I feel like a lot of my sensory input needs to be actively interpreted by my brain. And so like stuff that is close up, I can just see, like I can read text and it's no problem. You know, in Tacoma, I'm having a little bit of a problem than verbalizing that text, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Reading text is no problem. Recognizing a face or like that a person is sitting in a chair way down the hallway, that like takes me a few seconds to do, in the same way that that like if somebody were talking to me and I couldn't quite hear them, like interpreting the words and making sense of them and then being able to respond would take me a few seconds. Like, is that a thing that everybody has, or is that just me? Because the verbal thing, I feel like it's just me. I feel like this experience that I have of, oh, the Christmas lights just fell a little bit. But not a lot. They're still mostly up. It's still fairly Christmassy in here. I feel like the verbal thing, like people don't relate to my experience when I describe it sort of in the moment of like, you know, I will nod at you and smile when you say something, because it is taking me a second to actually understand the words that you just said, and then after several seconds I will be able to respond to you because my brain has interpreted them, or else I will say, what did you just say, because I like literally didn't hear it. Guys, you guys are fantastic in the chat, and there's too much chat for me to actually be able to keep up with. No, Tacoma's not responding. Wait, hold on. Give it a second. Give it a second. Why are you not responding? All right, here's the good news. If Tacoma froze and is no longer working, and I have to restart it, having not saved anything. Oh no, here it comes back. What I was going to say is that, like, I haven't actually done much, which is still true. Oh shit, it says, look, it says who this person is. I probably should have gotten this earlier. At the top of the screen, it says who this person is and what the department they work for is. And this is not security, it's network specialist, which, to be fair, is the kind of security that I was talking about, was like information security. And so I believe that this probably still applies exactly the same way that I thought it did. All right, we're going to keep playing this.
I'm not getting an outside data connection.
Correct.
But look at
Additionally,
how long does that give us? Sarah?
Jesus, how much shit hit us? No, I'm trying other
Oh, here's another fucking AR desktop. God, I love this mechanic so much. This is really good. Failed. Here's the thing. It's, oh God, I'm not used to the fact that it appears on my AR. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep eating these chocolate cashews because they're so fucking good. From Mom and Dad. Our friends told us about an opening for a surgeon at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. This is who is this? The medic, Sarah the medic. But you aren't advancing adventurous. You're something used to having such a prestigious something so far away. Sorry. Oh God, forgive me for everything that I do tonight. To Mom and Dad, after what happened, loyalty debt from med school being what it is. Loyalty debt, interesting. Any job with Venturis is better than something. You know that every day I regret something includes being posted in the middle of nowhere up here in Tacoma. I'll try to come home and visit soon. Love, Sarah. Commentary on education debt, maybe? Presumably. Status alert. Oxygen system tanks have ruptured. Auxiliary system failure. 50 hours breathable air. Communication mast has been critically damaged. Communication redundancies have failed. All communication channels to and from Tacoma have been lost. Okay.
AR channels. Nope.
Right.
Nothing.
I'll have VT send up a fresh supply straight away.
Guys, it might not be that easy.
additionally,
oh shit! It just ended. That's where it ended. Okay. And also, she came in. Who is she? Station administrator. Can I follow her for the last couple seconds?
As for the cake, the decor, we humans only did the grunt work. And so for your enjoyment tonight.
There's a crash.
Odin, what was that?
Debris has... I have righted the station's orbit.
Radio shower? But they said that...
Wait, so there's no oxygen on the station except what we're breathing right now?
correct.
Additionally,
How long does that give us?
Jesus, how much
We should
shit
have
has-
about 48 hours of
No,
breathable
I'm
air.
trying other
Maybe
VR
more,
channels.
if Odin's readings are correct.
All right,
Nothing.
I'll
50
have
hours.
VT send up a fresh supply straight away.
Guys, it might not be that easy.
additionally, external communications have been lost.
So we've got no air supply, no external comms, no way to call for help. Well, anybody got any bright ideas?
The fucking body language, man. And this is where it stops, right? It stops in a position that allows you to examine the body language, right? So we've got Sarah, the medic, who's one of the two people who were using the computer to actively investigate the situation, which isn't to suggest that other characters weren't, you know, investigating the situation, but she pulled up technologically, like, to try to get more info. Leaning back against the railing, we got two characters here, Natalie and Roberta Williams. Somebody earlier called out Roberta Williams, whose name, like, has to be a reference to Roberta Williams, one of the foundational creators of adventure games, including, like, most of my favorite childhood games. And then you've got characters over here, one of whom has, like, literally sat down. Botanist sat down. Botanist is portrayed in green, by the way, which is pretty cool. Just as a mnemonic. The fact that all of them have different colors is great. And then Operations Specialist and Station Administrator are both standing in kind of, like, similarly in charge, active stances, which totally makes sense. Oxygen tanks have Tacoma remaining breathable air is 50 hours. Makes me wonder why Clive said 48. Maybe he's sort of that way. Okay, so I can examine what I'm holding. Rad. Chill well before enjoying. People should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. No worries there. Do not drive a vehicle or operate machinery while under the influence of alcohol. Good advice. Elevation Champagne Brut. Measuring tape in order to presumably measure everything to the AI Odin's specifications. Here is Chup, which is 100% my favorite ketchup moniker now. Chup, that is fucking amazing. About 33 servings, 15 calories, tomato concentrate. You can't make great chup without great tomatoes. Water. I'm drinking water. Put that down just on the ground somewhere. Vitro beef chili, grown in Thailand. In vitro ground beef. In vitro ground beef. Animal-free meat. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me. In vitro. Because my understanding of in vitro is that it is still... It's like live birth. There's no... Could in vitro be used to describe something that is not live birth? Somebody who knows this better than me, verify that, I guess. Applied with every wash. Hydrophobic. coating. Oh, that's cool. Gentle dish liquid. Why do they have a half skillet? Is that a thing? Non-crew member profile detected. The equipment is usable only by Tacoma station crew. That is a good safety measure, presumably. Here's an apple. Oh, I was going to try to eat the apple, but it looks bad. There's an icing bag. The air vent appears to be working. So there's that. Is this a square mug? Rad. I kind of want a square Tacoma mug. Okay, refrigerated food. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tired of this. I'm going to go back out here. Okay. Personal quarters. Separate environment. Did you guys see the lighting change? Holy shit. Look at how purple this is. Well, it's actually, it's shifting. Oh, I see. It's shifting because we're in orbit. And I have seen that the orbit is being sort of like represented, and that's good. I did leave the fridge open, but like nobody lives here anymore. I'm here to take the last arguably sentient crew member and remove them. Nobody's using that food. Nobody's using the energy. Captured 2 months ago. Okay. So the other one was 3 days. I'm here 3 days after disaster. Now we're going back in time. And the data back in time is more corrupted. But it is guitar centric. Okay.
Is that all there is?
Who is this?
That all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. Ugh, really?
I liked everything about that. And here's the fucking guitar. Whoops. Whoops. Thank you, Cthulhu Thagan, and everybody in chat, telling me more about in vitro fertilization. In vitro, Latin for in glass, which I did not actually know. So theoretically, our current, oh, that's neat. I can just, oh, that's fucking cool. Sylvia Plath, the bell jar. Holy shit. Okay. Guitar and the bell jar. Our current sort of understanding of in vitro, meaning in vitro fertilization, is the fertilization takes place in an artificial environment, but if you were to actually like develop in vitro in an artificial environment, you would also call that in vitro, which makes sense. There's just a music button in the bathroom. I love it. Sinus pain reliever, mouthwash, toothpaste, hand lotion, toothbrush. Compliments of Venturis Technologies. I mean, Jesus Christ, that is a fucking future toothbrush, right? I guess. Like, I wouldn't say no to it. This, I gotta say, physically, how does this even work as a product? Like, what parts of this are flexible? I don't understand this toothpaste. Okay, so, I mean, forgive me for just constantly comparing this to Gone Home, and also for restarting the song, because it's a great song. The Gone Home is a traditional environmental narrative and walking simulator, in the sense that it is all about your discovery of characters. Oh shit, Throwsbear, thank you. If I was not drunk, I probably would have caught that myself. Nikki Jemison is a shout out to N.K. Jemison, who is a fantastic speculative fiction author, sci-fi fantasy author. Really, really good. Very good books. Okay, so Gone Home, the narrative is all about these characters, right? And you investigate their personal spaces and also their shared spaces in order to get a sense of what they are personally as characters, like what they care about, what they do, and also what their interactions are like, what their dynamics are like, how do they interact with one another in their shared spaces. This game is literally all of that, plus, on top of it, a layer of this is a whole different world. In Gone Home, there was actually like a fair bit of world building, but it was world building that was sort of like necessarily on crutches, because there's nobody who doesn't have at least indirect experience with what the 1980s were like. 1991? Is that game set in like 1991? It is easy enough. Well, that's disappointing. There's just one picture. It's easy enough to like find out, if you don't have personal experience, what the early 90s were like, what that world is. This game posits an entirely speculative world, and so it has to layer character-based personal and interpersonal information that is presented environmentally, spatially, with world building information that is presented in the same channel, also environmentally. That is like a fucking challenge, and super cool. Why is the soap a donut? I'm also seeing, am I seeing like a bunch of, I guess what I'm seeing, at least in my state, is a lot of Latin, non-Latin alphabetic characters. So I've seen a bunch of Cyrillic and some Greek. Oh shit, crouch down, huh? Oh, look at this. Oh shit, I'm digging through trash. Right, I gotta get into a gone home state of mind. Everybody's having trouble. Who is having trouble? Wait, actually, who was the other person having trouble? It was a medical officer, right? Yeah. Medical officer is here because of school debt. The person who's in charge of the station overall is having trouble finding meaning in her work. Oh shit, this is Evie? Wait, I gotta go through this. Certificate of qualification presented to Evelyn Victoria St. James. The worker is hereby certified for orbital postings up to 24 consecutive months. 2 years in orbit. OLB logo is a dog, which is great. I mean, I'm not complaining. Also, what is OLB? What does OLB stand for? Alright, so that's Evelyn James, who is E.V. St. James. Okay, so E.V. St. James... No, that's cold storage. Sorry. E.V. St. James... No, that's Crouch. I was trying to see if there was a run. Here's Evie St. James's bedroom. She's the one fucking playing the guitar. Jesus Christ. Alright, so that's Evie. That's Evelyn. Station administrator. No, we'll keep that open. Open. Alright, where else can I go? I feel like I'm ready for other locations. Here's an exit. That's the obsolescence party. I'm at 50 fucking % because I just keep fucking talking. But I think that it'll let me keep going for as long as I want. I want to look at you. For security reasons, AR crew record data is deleted automatically. Accidental data retention by an automated system does not confer contractor access privileges to this confidential information. Your cooperation is appreciated. Is this a message that I'm receiving in response to surveillance? Crew record data is deleted automatically. Accidental data retention by the automated system does not confer contractor access. So this is specifically telling me that I am not supposed to do the only thing that I am going to do. I mean, obviously, which is just keep fucking poking around in here. I mean, even if I wanted to, the data transfer is only 50% complete. What am I going to do? Just sit here? I did not bring a book. Right? If I were smart... Wait, can I pull up my AR? Did I download some episodes of, like, My Brother and Me that I could listen to while I'm waiting? I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure the only thing that I have to do here is poke around. God, okay, so the text thing, here's, oh, Jesus. So this is all AR. I feel like all of the color and everything that is like contained within color is artificial reality. Like I was gonna say language, but there's language up here. Like this is AR, this is real, this is real, that's AR. But this AR is super weird. Like, there's a plaque back here, right? Like, there's a physical object that this is projecting onto. And maybe the same is true there. That's event. That looks different. But so, basically what we're seeing is that... Here's where I'm coming from. What we're seeing is that the AR, the augmented reality, is corrupted. So this should say Sarah something, who is the medic. And there's no physical signage because there's a fundamental assumption that everybody who enters this space is using augmented reality. That's fucking crazy. Okay. So orbital workers have a union. The end of the orbital worker safety bill. Full report on the historic vote that struck down this anti-union bill. The orbital worker safety bill is anti-union? Really? Or is that spin? That is a QR stamp. Shit. That's cool. Okay, I can't read anything else. What is this? Green tree adhesives. Okay. 4 days ago. So this is the day before this is the day before the disaster struck. Quinn, you what? I don't understand. I don't physically understand your question.
All right, ladies, you have everything you need?
Yep-o. Thanks for offering to help.
Sorry.
You know how much I love completely mindless and busy work?
Kid, don't start. We don't even know if we're getting renewed yet.
We're getting renewed.
Okay.
Wait. I forgot that I can look at these things. Oh, nothing is round, so it won't roll. That's smart. I think that's smart. It's not a zero-G thing, right? No. Okay, sorry. We connect you with licensed therapists on demand. We're here to listen when you need it most. Personalized therapy with licensed practitioners. Roberta Williams, maybe. And I'm trying to focus on the bright side with Nat. At least it pays well. The isolation pays something. I feel like I'm holding her back. She's up here with this shit posting because it's all I qualified for, and she could be somewhere so much better. Okay, I have to go do this yearly task thing now. Thanks for your time, Penny. Thank you for using Ori. Bye, Roberta. Penny is a bot, isn't she? Suspensions ended. Your Ori licensed therapist today was Penny. Was your experience with Penny 5-star? 5 stars. Clive, who I think is one of the people on the station, something yearly inventory quality assurance and count day. Well, I don't know what count day is. Already on it, trying to get it all done before the Obso Day party tomorrow, so I can party with a clear conscience. Obsolescence Day. So we didn't talk about Obsolescence Day, but clearly, like, something was happening that is going to end this crew's tenure on this ship. What the fuck did I do with this drink? Sorry, I spilled root beer all over the place. And they were celebrating their obsolescence when something terrible happened. Oh, God, okay. Understandable. Tomorrow's celebration will require your full attention. Do you think Evie would mind if something? No problem. 2 heads are better than 1. If I brought Nikki in on this shit, presumably. Yearly hand count inventory checklist, page 2. Air filtration valve cover, 1.33 millimeters. Compressor, general fuel tank, installation, class A. I gotta say, I mean, do I have to say, like, from a speculative UI standpoint, everything, every AR desktop having exactly 4 display, like, messages is a little bit weird. Like, what happens if there's a 5th message? But whatever. Water, thank you. Okay.
You're so sure, maybe we should just do our jobs then? We'll get renewed again next year?
Next year? Nah. I'm gonna quit.
Stop.
What? They don't even give me access to the system I'm supposed to be maintaining. I mean, are you kidding me?
Well, do you really need direct access to Odin?
It's the principle of the thing. I mean, what if they were like, hey, Bert, your job's mechanical engineer, but, you know, don't touch anything under the hood?
Well, still be pulling a paycheck for one thing.
Come on, you're a good engineer. You're totally gonna waste up here.
Well, didn't you say Evie was gonna talk to corporate about giving you more access?
Yeah, but it never went anywhere. Hey, that's a good point, actually.
What?
Evie, can you get back to cargo?
On my way.
What are you doing? Yeah, this'll work. Matt! Hey, remember when we talked about how I needed access to Odin's direct interface?
Uh-huh.
So how about this? Tell VT if they don't grant access to Odin, they're gonna have to find themselves a new network specialist.
Oh my god.
Nat, you're not even renewed yet.
You don't have access to Odin?
No. There's a whole part of the networking module I can't even get into.
People, everything on this station is VT's property. We're subcontractors. They get to decide what exactly we do and don't have access to. It's in all our paperwork. So if you want to quit, then just quit, but don't make me your go-between.
I mean, it is fair. How is she meant to do her job?
Clive.
Then again, rules are rules.
Matt, I'll think about it. But for now...
Okay, Clive is a
how about you just get the rest
pushover.
of this job done
That's his whole
while you
character.
still have it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Kylie points out that there's more story about Obsolescence Day in the other room. Guys, I'm just gonna be clear. I'm super into this game. I'm loving the hell out of it so far. I'm gonna keep going. The main thing that this particular run, well, there's 2 things. This run of Tacoma is going to be notable for 2 reasons. One, the extremely small amount of progress that I'm going to make over the course of like 3 or 4 hours. And 2, the like stunning failure to observe like really pretty obvious things that I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna overlook a lot. That's just the nature of this playthrough, and I apologize for it. I hope that this is not your only experience with Tacoma, but I hope that it is a pleasant one nonetheless. Okay, what stuff is there in here? I just like that I can interact with stuff. Like, that's fun. This is a station component, which is the level of detail. Oh, no, I take it back. I take it back. Disc gasket is even better. This is a disc-shaped gasket. Midoriro no Toge premium grade. Kanji no kanji rice. Totally. Okay, all of this looks very mechanical. So Odin's kind of a big deal, and it's unclear why. But, like, it's clear that Odin is kind of a big deal. This is my fucking AR dream. Just pulling out faces and identifying their names. I want that so badly. Okay. Fitting out orbital station Salem, challenges and solutions. Lolo dishes on her Lux trip to Zenith. Huh. Made Sergio tick. Your vegetables, how the crew of Supply Depot Armstrong supplement their diet. The most interesting man in the future. I like that. Holy shit. Wait. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that fucking QR code. Look at how big that QR code is. That is substantially larger than a typical QR code. This is what I'm talking about. Orbital certification in QR code 6 months. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. This is a QR code replacing an asterisk in like modern day advertising. That's a really smart decision. Like speculative fiction thread that implies a lot about the world that this game is set in. And so that kind of thing exists alongside the more personal cherry flavored detergent. Very good. All of this is very good. Alright, what's going on in the fitness center in the meantime?
Nicholas. I know. Both you and your father like me.
So I'm not allowed to access things, which makes sense. You have your heart
set on Amazon.
Off-station message. Mark Figueroa. Figueroa is the street that my university is located on. Is there an attachment to this file? Hey, Mark. This is the article I was talking about last time we were discussing finances. Give it a look. Sorry to be a downer. Love you. The 5 myths of consumer loyalty. Myth. Real currency is more stable than consumer loyalty. Wait, consumer loyalty is an alternative currency? This may have been during the earliest years of OCEP's official recognition of the loyalty economy. Oh, fuck. This is what I'm talking about. This is fucking world building right here. Think of it like divesting your financial portfolio, except something. Converted loyalty, myth. Converted loyalty is just as valuable as original loyalty. Reality. While there are many companies out there, some more reputable than others, that will offer to convert your loyalty between parent companies, something that is counter to the idea that converted loyalty is valuable. Think of loyalty as working on the same compound interest system as a retirement plan or 401k account. Ask your grandparents. 401k accounts don't exist anymore. When you draw your loyalty from your original parent company and transfer it, you lose all those years or decades of like compound investment interest something. It's never worth it. Okay, so the world that is being described here is supremely digital in a way that makes perfect sense. It's just like on track for current trends. And uses non-fiat currency that is tied to corporate entities to create a incentive for loyalty, corporate loyalty. This is super interesting. I find this super interesting because one of the things that is really like that is significant, that is being, I think commented on and studied about our particular moment in history, is that in previous generations in which corporations existed, in which like it was possible to work for a company, there were implicit incentives to continue working for a single company for an extended period of time. And those incentives are disappearing. And in fact, it's becoming much more common on the company side for people to be hired on like a contractor basis, or to be viewed as like short-term resources. The net result being that people don't work for the same company for 50 years the way that they once did, right? Like you get your 50-year anniversary in a gold pocket watch, and like that just doesn't happen anymore. Huck makes a really good point about my use of fiat currency, which I was using to refer to government fiat, and he makes the point that a currency issued and regulated by a corporation is still fiat. It's just not government, which is a great point. A great point about how I'm like using that word wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break in a second. Zero idea what I was just talking about. So this is becoming a societal problem, right? That there's not a sense of continuation for workers, for labor with a particular company. And this is an interesting sort of like speculative solution to that problem, that it is solved in a like pro-corporation, not particularly labor friendly way, where the company just creates additional artificial incentives for labor not to work for other companies. which I feel like this is sort of in keeping with the politics of Fulbright, although I mean, you know, forgive me, I don't know them personally. I just know some of the people that they're friends with, who are fantastic people, and you know, rightfully questioning some of the you know, late stage capitalism that we're experiencing in the United States right now. Off station audio call with Nicholas Dagib figure out. Can I listen to this call? Oh wait.
Don't you?
No, because it's in my UI, right? Like if I wanted to listen to it, couldn't I listen to it? That's frustrating. That's super frustrating. Why can't... Okay, maybe this is just a notification that the call log exists. I don't know. Andrew is the botanist. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna play through this
There's no way we're gonna
2
have enough
minutes.
customer loyalty between your dad and I for a full ride by the time you start school. Not at this rate. So we're just gonna have to pay some of that tuition out of pocket. Yeah, just one more year, and I'm pretty sure I'll get it. I'm hoping. What? No, it's not dangerous. What do you mean dangerous? Radiation shielding is pretty much 100% on a station like this, so there's no... Well... Yeah. Well, it might have been manufactured 30 years ago, but they've upgraded.
Man,
No, we're...
Your stories aren't usually such
We're
downers.
not all gonna get cancer or bone disease or...
Okay?
I suppose I am real.
Listen, would it make you feel better to hear it straight from the station doctor?
Wait.
Wait, who is that? Who's talking? Somebody's talking to Sarah. Okay.
Me? Or
Hey, Sarah, can I bother you for a second?
what? Oh, sorry. What is it?
I have my son Nicholas on AR, and he wanted to ask you... What? No, you said you wanted... Well, I didn't... Okay, I'm sorry, hold on. Now, Nicholas...
That's
Nicholas?
amazing.
Hello?
It's amazing.
Teens, huh?
Yeah. Nicholas? Hello? Oh.
I'm just gonna look at this. Message with Odin. I love the idea of chatting with AI. Odin, what's my damn gym locker code? 0315, of course, right. Sorry for bugging you about it. I don't mind. 0315, I'm gonna have to remember that. Station message with Natalie. Well, it's lots of people. Hackers, hippies, AI, rights folks. Yeah, I mean, something. Tangiers is cool. Something. Okay, well, I've got a friend there, and you'd like him. He's something, and he has a 0G bonsai garden. Sounds pretty cool. What's his name? Cluey Dog. Shit, I remember Cluey Dog. Who was Cluey Dog? Fuck, I don't remember Cluey Dog. His real name is Hassan, but something. Maybe if your contract doesn't get renewed. Visit on the way home. I will think about it. Oh yeah. Zero Spiel. An Agent Robertson novel by Edmund Tran. Zero Spiel. Are you sure? Says her tiny. Never sure. Around the whirling vortex spins a tiny ball, the fulcrum on which the entire mission rests. Rien ne va plus. No more bets. Rien ne va plus. Okay. No more chances. Just this one. Her tiny's probability calculations fluctuate in Robertson's AR. Something. Turn that off, she says under her breath. Don't need it. 13. The dolly drops on 13. Players' chips are raked in by the table's magnets. Robertson pushes away from the roulette table with her mag boots disengaged. The countersign has been confirmed. She's floating through the orbital casino at a measured pace. The gilded scales of women's dresses float away from their bodies in microgravity. Shiningly precious metal Christmas trees. Earth glows blue through the casino's picture windows. Her tiny speaks in AR. I assume that means that you and the platform AI have an agreement in place? Robertson. Fuck yes. Robertson, we're one step closer to the biggest score a low Earth orbit has ever seen. I want to read this goddamn book. Here's his contact info if you want it. New contact added. Cluey Dog, Hassan. Tangier Orbital Freeport. This is the dude with the fantastic avatar. I have no idea what he was talking about before, but I do remember that song. Alright, that's good. Let's take a break. I'm going to put on more Zelda music because I had a fantastic conversation with Thanarod earlier today about why I'm not super into a lot of the fundamental design decisions that were made in Breath of the Wild, but I have like really just started playing that game, and I am into it, and like it's on my mind, and I'm not its target audience, and I'm not gonna play it forever, and like I'm maybe more frustrated than delighted by it, but it has still got me. It is a very well made game. I appreciate a lot of things about it, and it is sort of like sticky right now for me. So I will be back in just a minute. We'll play more Tacoma. I've made like extremely little progress in this game, but that's okay. I feel good about that. All right, see you in a minute.